Okay, so this wall here is where our fireplace is, and it's kind of, the sun sets over this way, but it's actually quite dark in here. We only have this door here and then a window over here, and obviously we have the skylight up here, but it gets quite dark in the evening. So I'm going to hope to create more light here by installing two super narrow windows on either side of the fireplace. So yeah, hopefully that's going to bring in more light. I've managed to pick up two windows, super cheap, like 40 bucks each. They're like 70 inches tall by about 8 inches wide. So this is what the windows look like, just leant up against the wall. So the first challenge we have to deal with is that inside this wall on the left of the fireplace, as we look from inside, there's some water pipes coming up that go out to an outdoor shower. So I'm having to tweak those a little bit to make sure this is going to fit, because they come up too high for this window to sit central on this wall. So we're going to go and fix those first. Okay, so I need to drop these below about 5 inches on each side, about 5 3/8. So I need to cut these down and put a 90 in and bring it out the wall here, so that we can still have an outdoor shower in the future, but creating enough space here to put the sill in for the window. Okay, well, stage one pretty successful. I've just got these hot and cold popping out here. I've turned the water back on and they seem to be sealed pretty well. I've just used these SharkBite covers here just to cap them, and then inside I just chopped it down and put on a little 90 on both sides, so now I can put the shelf or the sill for the window over top of these pipes. And then whenever I'm ready to reattach these, we can have our outdoor shower going again. Sweet. Just adding a little bit of spray foam in here so I don't get mice coming up from under the house and into this zone here. And also in here. Okay, so I've spent a considerable amount of time coming up with the plans here, so I know where I'm cutting and doing all that good stuff. So I'm just going to make, you can see here, like a little cripple stud with a sill, and then I'm going to put these jack studs in with a little header over the top. Now there's no weight bearing coming on top of this window because it's actually narrower than the distance between two studs, so there's, you know, I only need that little bit of header there just for framing purposes. There's no weight bearing, so that'll be nice and easy. So now we just need to prepare the space here. So the cool thing about the way this has been built, it's been built super cheaply, right? So this stuff is what they call T111. It's basically a plywood that's patterned, so it kind of can be used as a board and batten kind of vibe here. So you can see, you know, we've got this kind of texture as we go along the building here. So there's no real outside siding on this building. It's literally just the studs on the inside with some paper, and then this is the main siding. Okay, usually you would have the studs with plywood and then the paper and then some siding, like some cedar or something, but this is what we've got. So you can see the back side of the drywall on the inside, so I'm going to have to figure out where the opening for this window is going to be. So let's get to it. I guess I'm just going to get a 2x4 here to mark the space, mark the height, mark where it starts in, and I'm just going to poke a hole straight through into the inside. Let's do it. So from my diagram here, I know that the cripple stud underneath that sill needs to be 6 3/8 plus the 1.5. So that is the 7 7/8. So let's measure up 7 7/8, and that's where we're going to mark the opening.
Dust is terrible.
Whoa, exciting. Now we just got to do that top cut and we'll have a hole. Ta-da! Sweet! I'm wondering if I could pass you this and you could slot it into the space. I've hammered this stud full length from base plate to top plate. We've had to cut a little bit of extra drywall off the top and the bottom, just to sort of fit that in. But now that's in there, that's the main king stud. And now here I've got two of the jack studs, which are just going to sit on top of the sill plate down here, and then this is just going to go on top of these two. Okay, getting somewhere. I'm going to check that the cut's good. 10 3/4. 17 3/4. Yeah, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna cut straight through and just put the window in, just tack it in for now.
Hello.
Woohoo, we did it.
Now there's really a big hole in the wall.
Yeah, now there is.
Alan's just gonna pop it in to test to make sure it fits. Looks like it's going in.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, temporarily in there.
Looks good.
Oh, that's going to be so good when that's finished.
Yeah. Way more light and
Cool.
greenery.
We'll get the other one in and oh, cool. You can see the forest. That's so good. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do the other side now. This is cool. I've spent a bit of time just moving, drawing on here, moving the pattern across. I used a stud finder here to find out that there is a stud right bang in the middle of this wall. So I'm going to need to remove that stud at some point to get the window in. I don't want to cut it right away because it's going to be supporting the wall. So I'm going to use a different saw, like this one here, and then set that to the depth. This isn't sucking up too well. Put this convenient mask on. The skill saw makes so much mess. I'm just going to use this. Save this bit to put back. That was the line right there. I'm just going to cut that. Weirdly, this is a 2x4. So there's space behind it. Super weird. I just decided to pull it out. It's going to be easier. Whew. Okay, it's now framed in. Now for the fun part. Cutting a hole in the wall. This is the line I've cut already here. I'm trying to get over. So it's going to be perfect. It's not going to hit anything. And come straight down this side. Finish her off. Look at all the extra light already. So good. Oh yeah, nice. Let's get this cleaned up. Alright, so second side done. Pretty stoked with that. Looks really good. I haven't finished it off. I've just put it in there temporarily again. And I'll probably come round and do all the finishing in another video, I feel. But this was the actual install. We'll do the blue seal and stuff around the outsides and do all the trimming and stuff in another video. So I hope you like the new look here. I'm pretty stoked with it. It's going to let in a lot more light. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Super cool. Big difference.